Yes, sir. Let's get it. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping, we trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. You already know what time it is. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Jameson Taylor. Shout out to Michael Lockhart, JB2, Kelvin Hicks. Shout out to Desmond Iron Man, Miss Elder Lockhart, the Lockhart Squad, Willie T in the building. Let's go. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds lovely. Please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. It is a Friday and we already know what time it is. Thank God it's Friday. Let's get it. Make sure y'all hit that like and share, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner. I've been seeing the numbers going down just a tad bit. You know, let me know if y'all rocking with the show. Let's get it. We gotta make sure we get this support back up. We trying to grow the show, man. Push it out to the masses. So if y'all got a chance, please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Shout out to Miss Niecy sliding in. Shout out to James Simmons. My bad. Shout out to you, sir. Gary Murphy in the building. What's happening? Let's get these likes up. Let's get these shares up. Tell the people we trapping on a Friday, man. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to Brendan Dunson sliding in for the win. Let's go. And we finna get ready to crank this thing on up. Yes, sir. I ain't seen not 1-1 or 1-2. Y'all give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Shout out to Miss Queen sliding in for the win. She says, I'm working. I'll be just listening. Okay, in the background. That's what's up, Miss Queen. I appreciate you too. Yes, sir. But ain't nobody gave me no 1s. I see Miss Queen gave me a 1. How we sounding? Shout out to Carl Main in the building. Before I continue, I want to make sure I'm sounding decent. Been tweaking the sounds as of late, and I'm trying to sound great. You understand? Shout out to Lawrence Moore sliding in for the win. What's happening? Okay, y'all must be hard-headed today, so we just gonna start the show. If it sound bad, it's y'all fault. It ain't on me, okay? This is what we gonna do. You understand? We gonna do what they always do, what they was put on God's green earth to do, and that's hate, man. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these shares up. Let's get it jumping, y'all. Let's go. It's a Friday. We trapping on a Friday.
I can't see a thing. All this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back. Came a long way.
Let's get it.
I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
Trapping on a Friday.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate.
Let's get it.
And we just getting K and they just in the way.
Hey.
That what make
Shout out
them
to
hate.
Colin
That what
Jones
make them hate. Cause we just getting K and they just in the way. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's go.
You ain't in on the team, you just a ball, boy.
Yeah.
Real high.
Used to rock knockout, but I'm real now. Real fly.
I probably average your career.
Let's go.
One day hating on it, probably wanna kill me. When they got our own band, we hollin' f*** a deal. Long CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother,
Herrera,
that made me go harder. They
27. Herrera, girl, 27. Let me know how bad I butchered your name on a scale of 1 to 10.
I know that they hate the way
Let your boy know.
the ball man rockin' all this ball man street made on the chain.
Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's get it.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same
We just trapping on a Friday.
We came a long way.
I'm just trying to give you some positive vibes going into these Friday mornings.
That what make them hate.
Take
That
over.
what make them hate.
You understand?
And we just getting K and they just in the way.
Somebody confiscated my Facebook and I ain't even did
And they
that.
just in the way.
Hey.
You can get today, collecting, man. F you, man. Go get some money. Go get some money. Ain't nobody getting no credit on no damn Friday.
Hey. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make Make no mistake about it, man. Hey, man, ain't no damn credit on no damn Friday. I'm about sick of talking about the 49ers. We trying to move on. It's at the end of the week, and you still see people talking about the 49ers. That is the bad part about being America's team. If they see you down, you know they gonna get the kicking now. You know they gonna kick you while you're down. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna let the haters win. We ain't gonna let the haters win. We got bigger fish to fry. We got more things to do. We gotta grow. We got a whole rest of the season to go. You know what I'm saying? She said, you did good. Thank you. Oh, I did okay. That's what's happening. I didn't have no confidence in my pronunciation. You know, I speak broken English, so forgive me. Let alone trying to speak another language, you know. But is that a bird or is it a plane or what? What is it? Oh, it's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. Shout out to everybody rocking. Please. We in the building with it, man. We got a few trap topics of the day we talking about, man. Shout out to all the people. And first and foremost, it is the injury report. Okay, we got Marquise Bell listed with a shoulder, but he's a full participant on Thursday. Tyler Biadasz, the center, with an ankle, he was a full participant. Damone Clark, linebacker, with a shoulder, he was limited. Neville Gallimore, defensive tackle, knee, limited. Stephon Gilmore, cornerback, just rest. He did not participate. CJ Goodwin, cornerback. What is that? Hold on. Oh, Pick did not participate. Jonathan Hankins, defensive tackle, just rest. Malik Hooker, shoulder, full participant. D-Law, just a veteran day. Zach Martin, veteran day. Tony Pollard, shoulder, limited. That's kind of concerning, but you know, they say all injuries are minor these days. You know how they say in the Cowboy Nation, you know. Everything is minor and nothing is a big deal. Nothing is a problem. That's what they tell us. So we don't know if we need to listen to these people or nothing. You understand? We don't know. But, okay, let's see. Who else we had? Zach Martin with a veteran day. Tony with a shoulder. Tyron Smith, basically a veteran day. Ranye Thomas with a hamstring did not participate. Kevontae Turpin, we know he's going to be hurt for a few weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Leighton Vander Esch, he's going to be hurt for 4 to 6 weeks. Donovan Wilson with the safety with an ankle, he was a full participant. And Nashawn Wright being a full participant, that is a good sign. You know, he's in his 21-day practice window, so he got to make sure he practice within that time, or he got to go back to IR, I believe. So now that's a good sign that he's practicing. And hey, we need some depth in this cornerback room. This is a good time for Nashawn to be getting healthy too. You know, we could use a little help in this DB room for sure. And you know, Nashawn been kind of up and down, a little roller coaster. He kind of showed some signs at first, and then next thing you know, he kind of dropped off. But I think he can be a decent depth person. Last year when he got his opportunities, he wasn't the worst. He got him an interception in the Tennessee game. And, you know, he got a prototypical build that Dan Quinn loves. Like, I believe he can actually give us some good reps. I think he just got to get some consistent time on the field and develop further and further. You know, we snatched him up after the preseason game last year. He was pretty bad in the preseason, and then we just didn't play him no more. So I think he can get, you know, end up being some decent depth if he gets some consistent time on the field. That's just my opinion. We'll have to see how it plays out. And, you know, we still got the Igbenogany kid from Birmingham, and we ain't gave him no time at all. So that's just still an experiment and a work in progress. But shout out to John Machoa on Twitter. He says Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson texts Dak Prescott after Sunday's night's game. I'm with you till the wheels fall off, sir.
Trap.
Jake said Dak already told him.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
This is why you gotta rock with Jake Ferguson, because when all the knives pointed at our throats, everybody got the guns drawn on Dak Prescott, you see your number one tight end saying, hey, I'm rocking with you, because we see all the shots, we see all the naysayers and the non-believers attacking Dak Prescott right now. And hey, you need your guy in your corner, the dude in your foxhole, to come ride with you when it's time to go to war, sir.
Trap.
And it looked like Jake telling Dak, like, listen, I'm riding with you, sir. I'm with you, riding with you till the wheels fall off. That's some good, encouraging words coming from your tight end. He goes on to say he's in the leadership role, and it's my job to follow him and run through a brick wall if he tells me to. Man, hey, he got me ready to play football. It's that kind of mindset going into this. It's like, hey, I got your back, and you know it. And then he says, I'm just going to do my best to keep getting open and keep getting work done, keep getting yards. Absolutely, Jake. And Jake was kind of one of the bright spots in that last game too, man. So we know Jake is on a nice trajectory going forward, being tight end number one and becoming Dak Prescott's security blanket. You know, this is some things that we kind of figured that we was going to have a little growing pains in with him not having Dalton Schultz. And that was somebody he developed a good rapport with that's just gone off of this team. So that is something that you got to consider. Okay, John Machota goes on to say, Cowboys left guard Tyler Smith. I don't think we should forget something like that, the loss to the 49ers. You definitely got to flesh it and move on, but definitely keep that feeling with you. Understand that if you don't operate at the standard that you know you can lose, and you lose bad. I think it's all about moving forward. All about moving on to the next week, but just carrying that sense of urgency with you. So Tyler says he's not erasing it. He want to feel that pain. He want to feel that anger, sir.
Trap.
And I kind of agree with him on that, man. Don't erase that, because you earn that tail whipping too. You earn that as well. You ain't just earn all the wins. You want to just, celebrate every time you do something good. You earn that tail whipping as well. So don't forget about it, because that could be a bad habit. You erase it and flesh it completely. That could be something that you do consistently. That could be a mistake that you keep doing over and over. So now you need to learn from that mistake. You need to kind of wear that. You need to wear that. Don't get rid of it. Wear it. That's what you need to do.
Trap.
You need to wear that tail whipping. Don't get rid of it, because like I said, I'm going to say it once again, you earn that. And I want the Cowboys to make that fuel them. Don't lose confidence with it, but just make sure, like I said before, when you feel like you can't do another rep, when you feel like you done for the day, you need to think about that tail whipping and keep on pushing. Do a couple of more hours of film work. Do a couple of more reps. Do a couple of more hours after practice. When you think about that, that should motivate you, because that type of showing was definitely unacceptable right now. That was unacceptable. So that's what I want people to understand. Don't flesh it, because that's almost like getting away with murder. Nah, wear that, because you earn that. You earn that tail whipping as well. Let's continue. Mr. Tyler Smith said, nah, you keep that with you. It makes a urgency. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn your lessons and your losses. Every loss is a lesson, and you got to make sure you learn that and keep it and hold on to it. And he says, Tyler Smith told me he isn't fleshing it. I think that was basically the same thing. My bad. Let's see. Yeah, that was basically the same thing. Okay, John Owen on Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all follow these people who I be getting their stuff from. Make sure you go follow them on X, not Twitter, whatever you call it. Amongst cornerbacks with at least 100 snaps in coverage, Deron Bland ranks first in PFF coverage grade, 89.6 this season. He's allowed only 10 receptions on 19 targets for 111 yards and has 2 PBUs to go with 3 INTs. Quarterbacks also have a 30.7 NFL passer rating when targeting him. Cowboys. Go Cowboys, man. Good.
Trap.
Shout out to Mr. DC for Life Texas with the $10 super. He says, DC for Life, let's freaking go Cowboy. Absolutely, sir. I appreciate your support. I really, really do, man. Y'all just don't know. Any little tidbit goes a long way with us independent creators trying to do this for y'all every day. You know, we grown men with lives. We got kids, we got problems, we got bills as well, you know. So for us to dedicate this time, man, it feels good to be appreciated and shown some love, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all too. But let's see. Like you said, that boy Deron Bland is the man right now, y'all. That's the dude right now. And listen, y'all know I'm not the person that goes like 100% end all be all with PFF. I understand. I use PFF as a reference. I don't go off of their grades, but I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes they hit close to home because I literally just did the same thing. I went and looked at all of Deron Bland snaps against the 49ers because I was trying to see. I don't want to be boosting up nobody and he don't deserve it. But I'm going to tell you right now, sir, they was not going Deron Bland's way at all. And when they did happen to go his way, he got a PBU. He ended up disrupting the play. That boy Deron making tackles and everything. So he was pretty much shadowing whoever he covered. He did good reps against Brandon Ayuk, against Debo. It didn't matter whoever lined up in front of Deron Bland. He had a pretty good showing against everybody. So, man, I don't think y'all understand how great of a asset Deron Bland finna be for us. It's unfortunate that now he is your cornerback 2. You know, in our wildest dreams, he was gonna be cornerback 3 for the Cowboys. So it just sucked that we can't get the full arsenal of our DBs, man. That really bothers me. But one day I'm gonna have to just learn to let it go. It still hurts when I see 7 on my screen right here. I'm going to just have to replace them because I get sad when I see it. But, you know, we supposed to have Deron Bland as cornerback 3. That's why I was talking with so much hubris, with so much confidence, because I got Stephon Gilmore as a cornerback 2, sir. Let me know. And then we had a star Pro Bowler, all-pro corner in Trayvon Diggs at 1. But that dream is gone. That is over with. That is in shambles now. But it's still great to have somebody like Will McClay with the top-notch recruiting that he do, the top-notch scouting that he do, finding a diamond in the rough like Deron Bland, somebody that's a great asset for this team. Not only did he step in to be cornerback 2, Deron Bland basically stepped in to be cornerback 1, if you ask me. If you ask me. Hey, Deron Bland might be cornerback 1. What y'all think about lining Deron up against these star receivers? Because I think he might be our best bet. You know what I'm saying? When you go up into these big-time matchups with Keenan Allen and all of these dudes, I like Deron Bland because I don't look at him like this young, fresh, green rookie because that's not how he plays. It's easy to see like, okay, it's easy to say Deron Bland is this little green, bushy head, you know, just somebody who's not aware of what's going on. That has never been Deron Bland from day one. If you go back and look at some of my first film reviews of Deron Bland, one of the first things I said, Deron Bland reminds you of a veteran, sir. One of the first things you will see that I said, like I'm talking about the very first, go to my channel and go to the very first Deron Bland film session. I said, this young man reminds me of a veteran, and he has never been no different throughout his time with the Cowboys. He always moved like a veteran. He trusts his techniques. He's not overreacting. He's not trying to do too much. Deron Bland just understands exactly what his role is, and he just do it flawlessly. We are lucky to have a player like this, of this caliber, especially in the 5th round, y'all. That is unheard of when you take that all into consideration. It's wonderful that we got such great scouting on this team, man. But, you know, when they do miss one, like, you know, some people, we miss a couple of them every now and then, you can't even really get too mad at them. You can't even get too mad at them, man. Shout out to ATM Sports creeping in for the win. He says, ain't no might be. He is him. Hey, he him, Jones.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him, Jones, I'm him, Duncan.
Don't tell me he him Duncan now, ATM. Don't tell me that because, hey, I'm almost leaning towards that. You know, I'm trying to be nice today. It is a Friday. Shout out to Jeff Klobb. He says, Jake Ferguson said he texted Dak. Oh, I already seen that. How many times I got this on here? Good grief. I got the wrong stuff on here. Y'all forgive me. Okay, John Machota says Cowboys wide receiver Brandon Cooks on Dak Prescott. He goes back to work. Win or loss, he's going to get back to work. Work his tail off. That's what you expect from your quarterback, and that's what he's doing. His demand for us goes up, and I love it. Hey, man, he said, Dak said, hey, y'all got to get it together now.
Trap.
Because at the end of the day, he takes a lot of heat, but really, we all can help him in some sort of way. More work, more film together, letting him speak on how he sees things, and us adjusting as a pass catchers. At the end of the day, what he wants is what he wants, and we got to make it work as receivers, so you're seeing a little more of that. So I like how Dak Prescott is putting some ownership on some of these dudes, man, because like he said, at the end of the day, Dak Prescott is the one who's going to take most of the heat. And, you know, I don't want Dak to be overreacting to this stuff because you don't even really supposed to be paying attention to the heat. But at the same time, it's something that you can't deny. It's something that you will have that's bothering you. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can't escape. When you the quarterback of America's team, man, you will have a lot of this stuff, just a lot of these talkers in your ear all the time. And to be honest, man, Dak Prescott is one of the few ones, man, he do this well. He really handles the pressures of being the Cowboys quarterback well. He's not like a lot of these other people. Dak doesn't really seem to let it bother him a lot. Maybe behind the scenes you see it a little more. Maybe so. We don't know. But it seems like he don't let it get to him too much or bother him too much. So we'll just have to see how it's working out, man. I like how he said the demand goes up. Like he said, of course, Dak know he got to play better. He know that. But at the same time, he need his players to get back right, too. He need them to take it up a notch. He need them to go up a couple of levels as well. So it's a collective thing that this whole offense need to do their job and get better at. It's not no one person who can do right and correct everything. That's not the way it works. You need everybody as a unit to do their job, and that's how you see these big strides going towards the goal you want to be. That's a great and effective offense. So it's everybody across the board that need to get their stuff together. Execution is a big problem in Dallas. It's not necessarily all play calling, even though my boy Big Mike has been calling some crazy plays, though. You know, I'm not giving nobody no grace. I'm telling it how it is. You know, that's what we do in the trap. Thanks to y'all, we got a voice to let people know what the truth is. We're not hiding anybody. Nobody's buying our tongue. You can't tell us what to say. You just can't do it now.
Trap.
We're going to tell you what you really need to hear. We're not going to hide nothing. We're not going to duck no smoke or nothing like that over here because we've been empowered by y'all and the people that support us to really tell y'all the truth. And we're not pushing no narratives or nothing like that. We really keeping it real over here. So, hey, Big Mike, you got to get your play calling together. Maybe you need to upgrade some of that stuff. You might need to change your philosophy. We thought you had your analytics team when you came in, but it don't seem like it's working out. So, hey, you got to give it to us. You got to get it together, Big Mike. And y'all know that's my guy. I'm not ducking nobody. Nobody's getting grace over here. We got to get this thing together, y'all. But like we said, Brandon Cooks, said Dak Prescott is demanding more. Everybody can do more, basically, and we need to get that done so we can get better as a unit. Okay, John Machota says Cowboys running back Tony Pollard. Guys are not panicking, not trying to do too much, not going haywire and things like that. Locking in and focusing up, blocking out the distractions, and just getting ready for this week. Yeah, this is the time to focus. See, now I know it seems odd. Tony Pollard is one of our leaders now. He's a veteran now. And I know them years just fly by, don't they, y'all? Boy, them years fly by. You look up and now it's been 5 years later. But now Tony Pollard is a veteran running back, and he's one of the leaders. And now you hear him talking, saying that we need to focus, and it's about that time right now. 3-3 compared to 4-2, that sounds like a huge difference, don't it, y'all? Trap. Man, that sounds like a huge difference. Like that one game can shift the way some newspapers is coming out. You know, I'm old. I'm talking about newspaper headlines and stuff, but articles and all of that stuff, man. One game, this could shift the whole season either way. It really could. Even if it's not like to the biggest degree to where we feel like we terrible now, it still could shift the season to the way people perceive it. Like, oh, we 3-3. What is Mike McCarthy doing? What is Dak Prescott doing? What is this defense doing? Or we 4-2. Oh, okay, we good. We just gotta get everything together. These two things right here could really shift the way you look at this team. Sounds like we got a Niner hater in the building. Mr. Keith Murphy, the unbeaten. Okay, he says, here's a donation. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Ah, man, good grief. See, man, that's a good old classic, you know what, right there.
Shout, but shout. Shout, but shout. Shout, but shout.
Ah, man, we got a shout bus in here. Y'all put them shout buses in the chat. Man, how crazy you gotta be to donate just to hate? That's crazy. Trap. You gotta donate to hate, but we appreciate you though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get too disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? But what you doing in here, sir? You understand? Y'all got the W, okay, Mr. Keith? You got the W. Why are you bothering us? We ain't did nothing to you now. You know what I'm saying? Leave us be. We on to a whole new week, sir. You understand? Y'all need to be focusing on y'all next game. You know? I know when you beat the Cowboys, it still feel like that Super Bowl that you ain't had in 29 years. I know. Trap. I know it feel like that Super Bowl you ain't had in 29 years, but it's not, sir. I want to let you know that you still ain't had a Super Bowl in longer than the Cowboys. So, hey, simmer down, relax yourself, and let it go. That's what you need to do. But let's continue, man. Hey, I ain't never done. I wouldn't donate to an op though. You know, I don't think I'd do that. But hey, different strokes for different folks. Yeah. And then Brandon Cooks goes on to say, shout out to John Machota on X. Cowboys wide receiver Brandon Cooks. I'm definitely trusting the process. What I do every single day, regardless good or bad, I'm coming in here and I'm going to work. I love it, Mr. Brandon Cooks. I love it. You got to work through all the nonsense and the shenanigans. You got to make sure you just keep your head down and do your work. I know it's frustrating for Brandon Cooks because he's used to being a productive wide receiver, and it's just not working out so far for him. And he just understand he got to get back to his veteran savvy and just continue to keep his head down and go to work. That's probably the best thing he can do to, you know, weather this storm, because most of this stuff is temporary, man. They gonna work it out, in my opinion. They gonna work it out. I'm not too worried about it. But he says, I'm trusting the process. That's what I am always going to do. Work harder, be better, be ready. We hit adversity now, but it's a long season. We're going to hit our stride. I truly believe that. I'm telling you. Trap. What that boy Jesus said, you gotta believe. You gotta believe. Hey, he still donate. Hey, I appreciate you though, man. You funny. Shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $10 super sticker. He ain't even say that. He just want to support the trap. I appreciate you, sir. Well, let's have some more fun with Mr. Keith then, I guess. Let's see what he says. With the $4.99, I appreciate you, sir. He says, Aaron Rodgers said mine was a low IQ coach, starting to look true. Thoughts? Oh, you trying to say Mike McCarthy? I mean, I disagree, but hey, Aaron Rodgers said a lot of mean things when he was mad. But what has Aaron Rodgers done since he been without Mike McCarthy? All I know is he won a Super Bowl with him, and he got to some NFC championships with him. But what did he do outside of Mike McCarthy? See, a lot of people can say what they want to say, but he hasn't done nothing outside of Mike McCarthy either. So, I appreciate your contributions, but I hate to tell y'all how to slide on you, sir. My bad. I just gotta slide on you. Don't come up in here talking about Big Mike, sir.
What's up, Kurt? I'm sick of you, Scotty.
See, it takes more than that for me to give up on my coach. I've been standing on top of this, on this podium talking up Mr. Big Mike McCarthy. I'm not giving up on my guy just yet, just because we done had a couple of bad stretches of games. What is y'all saying? It takes more than that. I don't fold up that easily, man. We built different over here. What's wrong with y'all? I'm still standing up for Big Mike. I am. Now, hey, he might gotta blow a little dust off his playbook or something, He gotta blow a little dust off his playbook, but I think he'll be okay, man. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta get it all together. Of course, this offense got some growing pains. They gotta get on one accord. They gotta get it all together. I think the biggest problem is Dak trying to find himself within the offense. Maybe the offense need to find themselves to work with Dak. Maybe it need to be the opposite, because I know Dak, he reads defenses way differently than this. He's not just doing all this design stuff and throwing the ball in 2 seconds. I don't like this Dak because it's way too short. It's not aggressive. It's not threatening nobody. Let Dak go back and be Dak again. I'm sick of it. I ain't care nothing about no interceptions to begin with. I'm sorry. Trap. That was everybody else, bro. Like, I never looked at interceptions. The ones that he threw was like, oh my God, we can't throw interceptions. Bro, if you a wide receiver, bro, you know that quarterback's gonna throw them. Sometimes stuff gonna happen. You just gotta make sure you limit the odds of it happening. And a lot of those interceptions last year were just bad breaks, bro. It was just stupid stuff happening. It wasn't always just, hey, look at this, Dak just making a dumb read and he's throwing an interception. That wasn't the case most of the time. A lot of the time it was just some unfortunate situations. The ball bounced off somebody's hand in an interception. How is that Dak's fault? What do you want Dak to do in that situation? So I think Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer, I think they just overcorrect in this situation. To me personally, if a quarterback throwing interceptions, I know maybe he might be a little too aggressive, but you don't want to take the fight out the dog, do you? You still won't fight in the dog. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to muzzle the dog? I don't. I'm telling you that right. Trap. You trying to put a muzzle on his mouth. You don't want him to ever bite again just because he bought one person. Just because he bit one person, you don't want him to ever bite again. I don't agree with that. Maybe you put him in a different situation and now you don't have to worry about it as much. That's my opinion. That's how I look at it. So I don't want to, it's a slippery slope. When you got somebody that's super aggressive, right? When you got somebody that's aggressive and they make mistakes, it almost make me, I don't know if y'all can follow this basketball reference, but I'm sorry, this probably like the best person I could use. Y'all know I'm a Spurs fan. So when I think about this, that risk versus reward factor, I look at Manu Ginobili. If you follow Manu Ginobili, man, this dude was a live wire. You don't know what he might do from play to play, but you can't get the greatness if you take the risk out of it. You just can't. Trap. Do you want the greatness or not, man? If you want Dak to be this normal old, conservative quarterback, and then now he's not making no big plays, now it's his fault, you got to really just weigh that risk versus reward, sir. Ginobili was the prototypical risk versus reward player to me. Like, really. Because he might do a behind-the-back pass that be perfect pinpoint, and you ain't never seen nothing like it, and now it's a wide-open layup. But then he might turn right back around and do that same pass, and now it's a steal. And you like, what are you doing? That's the risk versus reward factor when it comes to some of these great players. You need to just let them boys be. That's what Coach Pop said. He just let Ginobili be. He's just like, hey, I can't coach this dude. I'm going to just let him do what he do. Just let him be him. So this a big risk versus reward factor that we dealing with, man. Like, do you want Dak to be aggressive or do you not want him to be aggressive? These are the two things you got to understand. What do you want? What do you want? Shout out to Jarvis Wright with the $4.99 for your mind. He says, just showing some love, bro. Friday the 13th probably gonna be a nefarious weekend, but I hope we change our offensive aggression. Exactly, Mr. Jarvis. I appreciate you too, man. I really do. Thank y'all. Because our mindset gotta shift. I think we overcorrecting, bro. Like, I really do, man. Because it seemed like Mike been in the tabloids or something. He been into these articles or something, bro, because I still don't view Dak Prescott as an interception dude, bro. He's never been like that. He's never been an interception dude. Never. T. Foster, did you get your jersey, sir? Because I know Miss Patrice got her stuff. Did you get your jersey? It should be there by now. Let me know. You should got it by now, Mr. T. So let me know if you got your jersey just so I can check on it if you haven't. But yeah, I really think Mr. Mike McCarthy need to readjust this overcorrecting aggressiveness because, man, would you rather no big plays and a little risk for interception or big plays and a normal risk for interceptions? That's how it is. That's how all quarterbacks is. Like, Patrick Mahomes got just as many interceptions. Like, they throw them, but they get the big plays too. That's how you compensate for it. That's the balance in between the two. If you're not getting no big plays and no interceptions, what good is that right there? What good is that? What good is that? You throwing no big plays and no interceptions. Like, nah, hey, I'm good on that altogether. Like, give me something else. Let me get another thing. But let's get into some of the discussions that we're going to have today, man. Y'all know I've been had some things going on last week, and I had to handle some things, but I wasn't able to really get into a lot of the stuff I wanted to talk about. But, you know, we on the Op Watch with Mr. Justin Herbert. The Cowboys front seven must get home against this, man. Stopping Herbert is something that we got to do. You know, I'm telling you right now, Kellen Moore is going to try to turn up with Justin Herbert. He is. Trap. And there's one thing I will say. Kellen Moore has always been creative in the way he designed his plays. But when he called his plays, that's when his plays go awry. That's the problem. That's the problem. So I'm just trying to see this defense and Dan Quinn, we need to be ready because if he get a chance to run this score up, he will. This is Kellen Moore got it on his mind. I'm pretty sure he want to prove to the Cowboys that we made a big mistake. So he's going to pull out all his tricks of the trade this week against us. And one of the things I want to keep an eye on, this dude Quinn Johnson from TCU, you know, he's a big, tall guy with a lot of speed, and he ain't did absolutely nothing all year. He ain't did nothing all year, but that reminds me of the dude from Green Bay. What his name was? Jordan or something like that, the wide receiver from last year. He did nothing the whole year and turned up against us. Now, I want us to watch out for a guy like that. That's something that Kellen Moore would love to pull out of his bag of tricks and be like, look what I did with this rookie. That's the type of stuff you need to watch out for against these dudes right here. And it seems like Justin Herbert is doing very good against the blitz too. So I don't know if I want to blitz him. I might want to play coverage against Justin Herbert. I might want to make him think about it. If we play some decent coverage back there, we might be able to think about it and say, hey, let my pass rush get home. If we get him thinking a couple of more seconds, it might get bad for him. So that's the type of energy I want to do. I don't want to blitz him. I want him to think about it. I want him to take a couple of more seconds, and we got to keep him in the pocket too. He's a decent athlete as well. He's not no super fast guy, but he can scramble and he can extend the play. I want to keep him in the pocket and let my pass rush get out there. Yeah, I see it. I'm trying to work through it. It ain't nothing I can do right now. YouTube want to hate me out, look like. So hopefully we could just bear with it. You know, if it keep doing it, I guess I'll just end the show. But I've been trying to just keep working through it. It's literally nothing I could do right this second. So y'all forgive me. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today. But we still trying to work through it. Let's see. I don't know why YouTube want to hate me out today. But then on the rewatch, you ain't going to see nothing. See, that what lets you know it's a YouTube problem. Because a lot of time when it buffer like that, I watch it on the rewatch, and I don't see nothing going on. It like nothing happens. So that let me know that it be YouTube and not me. But we'll see. But let's see. What y'all think about stopping Herbert? Do y'all want to play man coverage or y'all want to sit back and zone? What y'all think the best way to attack these guys? Because, you know, Keenan Allen is good. But I don't see too many other people that's like that big of a threat. I am keeping my eye on Quentin Johnson, though, because I like his talent. I think Kellen Moore would love to let him break out and have a good game against us. Let's see. Everybody want them INTs got in Mike head. Yeah, I don't like that. Man, it ain't that big of a deal, bro. It's not in my opinion. When you look at him, every interception got his own story. Them circumstances just didn't happen all the time. So I would have felt way more encouraged if he would have just did a little subtle change instead of this big, gigantic change. Like, it seemed like we just trying our best to just, you know, be very cautious the way we addressing this offense. And that we ain't beating nobody like that. Marcus Hardiston in the building. Boy, you got a long name now, don't you, boy? He says too much freelancing on both sides of the ball. Yeah, freelancing happens when you don't trust your guy in front of you, too. That's how it is. And you might be right. That's how coverages get blown. That's how execution gets screwed up because you don't trust the guy beside you, and that's not a good sign for your offense, man. So we need to get that trust factor back. These people might not be trusting in their coach because after DQ let you get embarrassed like that, you know. After DQ let you get embarrassed like that, you might have some questions, you know. But it is just one game. Mike McCarthy gave you one game that messed you up as well. So, hey, these boys might be soul searching across the board. Everybody might feel like they need to figure something out. And, hey, it's warranted. You need to go back to the drawing board in this instant because you didn't do too well last showing. So everybody needs to take that long, deep look in the mirror, you know, and figure out what the problems was. You know, this whole defense, this whole offense. I wasn't pleased with nobody last game. Nobody. So hopefully, you know, we be able to get it together and get this thing going. Let's see. Jay Recruiter says Dak actually looked faster to me. Not sure why everyone says he is slower. He is slimmer too. Yeah, he has got a little slimmer, and he's not running as much. I guess they probably got it programmed in his head. Don't run. I don't know. Jay Recruiter said Herbert is already in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, right. Let them tell it they will. Shout out to Mr. Keith Shepard. He says, keep in mind the defense gave up 42 points. The pre-snap penalties on the defense has to take some of the blame. Man, the defense got to take almost all of the blame, sir. Like, we was down big before the interceptions even started. You know, them boys from the first hike of the ball, them boys walked right down there and scored a touchdown. And the defense was assisting them, throwing oops to the ops, outside penalty. And that really right there let you know that was not our game right there. That was not our game. Because I told you, man, Michael Parsons ran outside, and then Bland got a fumble. That would have been a real fumble. We would have got the ball back, man. And what's sad about it, that game was, if I ain't mistaken, that happened when the game was 14-7. It was 14-7, y'all. It was 14-7. And we could have got the ball back immediately. That could have changed the whole trajectory of this game. Who knows? We could have went and took that ball and went and scored and tied the game up. But Michael Parsons was outside, screwed up the whole play. Undisciplined football to get you beat every Sunday, if that's how you do it. But let's move on to the next subject, man. I don't know how this thing playing right now. We just going to try to keep faith, and hopefully we can make it through. But can our secondary can the Cowboys expose their secondary? We got Asante Samuel Jr. against Mr. Cedarian Lamb. What are y'all thinking about this matchup? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you going up against Mr. Asante Samuel Jr.? Now, last couple of years, he started out his career pretty hot, but then the last couple of games, he was struggling. And then, the first 3 games, I think it was the first 2 games he was struggling. Then the last 2 games, he done kind of came back and got some good grades and stuff. So, what y'all thinking about this matchup right here? On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in CD bouncing back for the Cowboys, man? Because it's been a lot of whining going on. How y'all feel about it, Mr. Asante Samuel Jr. versus CD Lamb? On a scale of 1 to 10. Jay Recruiter says, according to the ESPN, Mr. Herbert is a Hall of Famer under Killen. But what their record is basically what our record is, ain't it? What their record is. They ain't won too many games. What they talking about? They just be talking. They almost lost the games they won. They almost gave the Minnesota the game a couple of times. Like, that was a frustrating game. I said Minnesota probably the dumbest football team I ever seen. they probably the most unintelligent football team I ever seen. And they almost lost that game to them. Yeah, I seen Palmer, the wide receiver. Yeah. But I think we'll be able to hold him down. He's been their biggest threat outside of Keenan Allen since Mike Williams been gone. So I'm pretty glad Mike Williams ain't there though, cause that dude's so big that it's like we ain't got no corners really to match up with him. Like he can high point on us all day. Outside of Nation Wright. So I ain't see nobody do the vote I asked for, so I guess we move on. I said on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are y'all with CD going up against Asante Samuel Jr.? We need some crowd participation, please. Miss Elder says 59 likes and 76 in the chat. That is distasteful right there. Like, I don't even want to cry this early, but good grief. Don't be like that now. 59 likes is just distasteful. It's uncivilized. How you gonna disappoint a baby like that? What more do you want from me? You got me standing out the window. Now I gotta give you that ugly cry. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go now. Let's go now. Don't behave that way, man. But how y'all feeling about this matchup? Do y'all think CD can bounce back or what? Willie Stovall says, our zone protecting is trash though. We don't actually follow players when they get into the zones. We continue to just stare at the quarterback. Yeah, that's not good right there. I was talking about this matchup though. Let's see. Yeah, YouTube hating on me today, y'all. We got about 10 minutes to make it through. Y'all got me really sad right now. I don't know why YouTube hate me out today. I don't understand. What did I do to you? Oh, he said it fixed it for you. I don't know what's going on. Willie Stovall says, so many passes just get thrown right behind our linebackers. If we see these players in the zone, go cover the damn player and stop staring at the quarterback. Yeah, our linebackers are not that good in coverage. I think we pretty much understood that, Mr. Willie. I don't think that's that's undeniable. We don't have the talent that we need in the secondary as far as the second level go. And that's a problem. That's a problem for us. That's an area that we can get exposed. To me, against the Arizona Cardinals, it's like they exposed our second level the whole game. Like the entire game, they did everything to expose the second level, in my opinion. So, that's an obvious flaw for this defense. That's something Dan Quinn gonna have to work on. That's why I feel like he do the big nickel package, because he try to supplement it. You know what I'm saying? He try to substitute some of the inferior play in the linebacking core and put some good safeties in there, and hopefully it work out. Even though Dono can't cover, in my opinion, either, But that's one of the players he try to use like that. So, we'll have to just see it, man. We pretty much a coverage, we're a man team. We're a one high team, basically. We like to cover. We like to go man to man. Shout out to Miss Sadiqa Charles. She says, hello, all. Please keep me in your prayers. I am in the hospital. Prayers up for Miss Sadiqa Charles, man. Make sure everybody put the praying hands in the chat box for Miss Sadiqa. We pray everything goes your way and that you have, return back to health, Miss Sadiqa. We hope everything goes well for you and your family. So prayers up to you. Let's get them prayer hands in now for Miss Sadiqa. Let's see. Yeah, let's get them praying hands in there, for Miss Sadiqa Charles. We appreciate everything you do for the nation, so let's make sure we show her some love, man. We need you to be back and stronger than ever, Miss Sadiqa. So, yeah, we appreciate everything you do for us. We really do. So, shout out to you. I don't know how I put it in here. What's going on? Bam. I don't know. I tried to do it, but it wouldn't do it. What's going on? Damn. It ain't let me do nothing. But yeah. Y'all, let's get some praying hands in there for Miss Sadiqa Charles. I just tried to do it myself and it wouldn't let me, so I don't know. He says a 7. Oh, that's how confident you is, Mr. Matt. Hey, Matt, I appreciate your support on Twitter, too. Mr. Choctaw, too. It ain't many people who share my stuff on Twitter, so I do want to make sure I call y'all out because it goes a long way. So shout out to Mr. Choctaw, and I know Mr. Matt Leslie always sharing on Twitter, and I really appreciate y'all, man. I really do. And the people that share it anyway, I appreciate you. But, yeah, prayers up for Miss Sadiqa Charles. I hope everything goes her way, and she's back and better than ever. So, yeah. So what we said, Mr. Matt says a 7. I think CD will bounce back this game because, Mike McCarthy going to get him involved. He going to be part of the scheme, and he's going to show Kellen Moore exactly how you do this and get your number one involved. That's how you do it. Trap. But I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. Asante kind of fell off last year, but I think, he's off to a decent start this year. Yeah, if he was still, he probably could. Yeah, you're right. But you probably want Diggs on what you call him, though, right? You would want Diggs on Keenan more than likely, though, right? Yeah, you're right, though, Trey. I'll take Diggs. I'll take Diggs against anybody, though. So that ain't really saying much. That's my guy. I rock like that with Diggs, man. I do. Shout out to Say Win with the $9.99. He said, I told you guys Dak is trash last week. Oh, my God. Hold on. Wait a minute, Mr. Say Win. But didn't want to listen. Your vaunted defense was a ghost. Yeah, that's true, though. 49ers are different. You all should fire your coach and play Trey Lance, maybe light a fire. So, I thought you was a Cowboy fan, Mr. Say Win. You were obviously a 49er. That's what it looks like. But, if Dak would have went out there and threw 5 touchdown passes for 800 yards, would you say he the GOAT? So my point for saying that is one game don't determine exactly who you are, in my opinion. It can be a good indication, but one game is not the end-all be-all on exactly what a player is, because it's been a lot of one-game players that, that go and end up being absolutely trash. So I'm not going to say he's trash, but I'll say he definitely need to play better. I'll tell you that, man.
Trap.
I say he need to play better, and just like everybody else, we need to do better. We need to do more. We need to do exactly what it takes to win. So, yeah, I'm not going to let one game tell me my quarterback is terrible, because I know that's not true. I say that we need to work on some things and improve and understand what we need to do. Like, understand what we're doing. Everybody get on the same page. This is obviously not everybody being on the same page. It's obviously not, And then say when that come out here and light up the Chargers, what you gonna say? Oh, the Chargers just terrible. That's all they gonna say. The Chargers defense terrible. Like, every team he do good against, they terrible. But then every team he do bad against, oh, he terrible. Like, we can't act like, is the 49ers not the best defense in the league? Is they not?
Trap.
Was he not doing that against the 49ers, which is regarded as the best defense in the league, right? So how could he be trashed for being bad against the best defense? That don't even add up. See, this the type of critical thinking that we need to do when we talk about this type of stuff. And this is why we don't really negotiate with terrorists, because we know they don't think critically. They just want to get in here and make their statements. But we ain't going to allow that. And, we got another shout bus. That's what's up. We got another. We ain't gonna let them haters disrespect our team. We still in the runnings. We still got everything in front of us. It is not over, sir. So we still got a long way to go before I get on here and just giving up hope and saying we terrible and saying we can't win nothing. That's a long way. It's a long way from that. So I still got faith in this team. I just feel like we got to get our stuff together, get everything back in order. So, yeah, thank y'all for the praying hands for Miss Sadiqa Charles. We hope everything goes your way, Miss Sadiqa, and you return back to full health stronger than ever. We appreciate everything you do for the nation, and you will be missed until you come back. So we appreciate you. Now, my trap take is DQ must stop Kellen Moore's offense. DQ versus Kellen. It is up, y'all. This is what we've been waiting to see.
Trap.
Y'all know this game right here gonna be compared to the end of time. We know that. They'll never let this game right here go. They gonna talk about this game until, either we win the Super Bowl or Mike McCarthy's ran out the building. Who knows? It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a topic of discussion forever. So we definitely got our eyes on this matchup right here. Do you think DQ can shut down Kellen Moore's offense? Because I really do. Look, if anybody knows Kellen Moore's offense right now, it's DQ. All we got to do now is look at their personnel. Their personnel is different, but Kellen Moore's philosophies are still pretty much the same. He's still overly aggressive. He's still doing curl routes. He's still making bad play calls in bad situations. He's still doing all of this stuff. That's why their team probably could have won more games. They probably could have won more games, but the way Kellen Moore likes to call his plays has been holding them back to a certain degree as well. So now we got to see what happens when he go against Mr. DQ. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I would have said this was no contest. This was a blowout right here. But the way Dan Quinn been showing me as of late, the Arizona game with the and now the 49er game, now it got me looking at them semi with the side eye. Now I'm not letting you get away with everything now. Now it's time to be a little critical. Now it's time to bring some of this criticism to the light. So, DQ, are you ready to stop these boys? Are you up for the task? I want to see it. I want to see it. Are you ready? Are you capable of shutting this team down? Because I feel like we got the personnel. It's a little different without Trey, but I feel like we still got the people to get it done. So, how y'all thinking? What y'all thinking about it? Mr. Cerebral Assassin in the building. He says, landlord, our problem is positional player selection. What you mean? You saying that we got a personnel problem, meaning that the player that we need is not here? Or are you saying we got a personnel problem, meaning that the player that should be starting isn't starting? Which one you trying to tell me? Let me know. Let me know. Because positional player selection, that sounds like you saying it's a few people should be starting over some of these guys. So let me know what you mean. Let me know what you mean. But what is y'all confidence level of DQ stopping Kellen though? Because if you would have asked me this after the Jets game, I would have told you 100.100. Like it would have been ridiculous. It would have been over the scale. I would have broke the scale of confidence when it comes to stopping DQ. So I mean stopping Kellen Moore, because I know how DQ get down. But this is definitely a statement game. This is something that we got to keep an eye on. You know, we got to keep an eye on this. Don't do that, Asher Powell. Don't. That boy said the Rangers score more than us. That's a baseball. Them boys get 1 point per score. Trap. I don't know what we was doing against the Niners, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't been up here selling y'all false hope and false dreams. I was so disturbed. I did not see this. I was taken aback. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, this was the furthest thing from the outcome I thought we was going to have. So I want y'all to know, like, I was messed up. I was pissed off. Like, I was. Trap. So don't think that I was up here like, with false confidence. No, I was ready to stand on it, and my team just let me down Sunday night. So we got to see what they do Monday night. They got an extra day to think about it, an extra day to, have it on their mind, have it on their chest. So we'll see what they want to do and see how it goes, how it work out for these people, man, going up against us again. And I'm confident in my boy Kellen Moore. I mean, not Kellen Moore, but Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn can do it. Shout out to Say Win with another $9.99. He says, you're right. It's not just one game. Dak has been playing like this for 2 seasons with a 12-5 team. I don't think you can say that. He can't read the field and is pressing. Just look at the tape. Might as well play Trey. I don't agree with that, Say Win. I just don't. He's not pressing. That's part of the problem. He's not pressing. That's part of the problem. Dak is being too conservative. He's not pressing. He started pressing once we got down like 3 scores. Hey, you should press then. Trap. So I can't say that. And then him reading defenses, man, like, I don't know why this been a narrative for so long. I just don't understand. Maybe people listen to these crazy people on these 3 and 4 letter networks and just go along with it. But if you watch film, you can't say that can't read defenses. You just can't say that. He's been too successful. He's been too successful throughout football, throughout his career. He didn't reach some top levels, and he's dominated plenty of teams and his division since he been in football. And he got one of the highest completion percentages ever. So for a player that can do all of that and reach all of those levels, it is no way possible you could say that he can't read defenses. That is just malarkey. That is just hogwash, sir. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you that. That is just not true. I just can't let y'all push the false narratives because that's unhealthy. That's unhealthy for the rest of the community. People go out and say all this crazy stuff, outlandish stuff. Trust and believe. When I talk, that means I done some research. I done actually put in the work. I done did my due diligence. I'm not just gonna be up here saying stuff. That's just not my style. I'm not like
Trap.
So trust and believe. Dak Prescott is definitely can read defenses. He's definitely not a bad quarterback. He just got to start playing a little better this year, man. That's all it is. The offense got to be schemed a little better this year. It's a lot of stuff it's a lot of combined problems that ended up being a big problem that showed up Sunday night. But I think they'll get it together. We have these type of feelings all through the year. A lot of the times, like even the last 2 years when we was 12-5, we had a loss where we was like, oh my God, what we gonna do? And then we ended up still